Right, hello, welcome back to Genshin. I'm pretty sure we are helping a character find people, and that's what I remember. The village keepers, I think they were called. That's all I can remember. My monitor doesn't though, it's just decided to turn black. Now it's back. My computer doesn't like me today. So, we'll see how this goes. This game loaded very slowly today. So if there's like maybe a bit of stutter, it's on my side. And if it's straight up lags, it's just on my side. I don't know how long this is meant to be dark for. There we go. Yeah, we're helping the Anubis. I remember now.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before.
We noticed you talk about Jasmine.
Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Yes, you're still next to business. Just like when you were a general.
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here.
So it's correct, they are insane.
When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down.
Are you sure the scholars gone mad, or are you sure they're just not scientists?
Initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that.
Which was?
Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety.
Ooh, this sounds interesting.
He noticed a mad scholar crouching in the corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night.
This was the scholar which causing the earthquake. Got it. Crazy people make earthquakes. Understood.
Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt.
Do you like my trick where I can talk without opening my mouth?
After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
Ah, so not crazy people.
A soft
Got it.
green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
Yeah, that sounds like Dave.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino,
Nice vision.
do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, so they were cut off.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense now.
If
That's
you are
why.
able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
A lot more information than you do. First off, no one dresses like that.
So, what do you make of the story?
Go with that.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Is your eye okay? That doesn't look normal, sir. He's thinking about it.
What?
It's like,
You
that
don't
really
believe us?
isn't normal.
Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
He's thinking about it. Look at him. Even though he's thinking about taking his clothes off, he is an expeditious.
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning.
What reasoning? We just
Lesser
said some
Lord
random shit.
Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
No.
The academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views.
That's because they gave you no reason. It's like, oh, she didn't do anything. That's because we trapped her in a box and put her underneath the table. It's fine.
In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
I feel like that's how a lot of people think about her.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
So this is a good Archon, but we can remove the wise part.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
You should know she's talking utter bullshit most of the time.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali.
We did. This was weird. She talks weird. Don't
How
mention
can
it.
this be?
Well, first off, when the frames come back.
To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Surprising, right?
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
What if our Archon was one of us?
But easier
Huh?
said than done.
I fucked that up.
Especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
We should pull Colin lead on you and throw you and then pull you back. See if you survive.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
It's a child. Paimon, attack.
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
Oh yeah, none of us are residents. Not even you.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
No. No, I will not.
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
What is with us and how we treat kids? He just says the truth. Paimon's break their dreams, and I just stare at them. Menacingly. Like that.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
How do you know he's not a local?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
How cute. He's so innocent. Let leave.
I heard everything you said to
Gonna
the
say
village
someone else,
chief.
but
Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
no, I changed my mind. Let's drown him. I'm going back to the original one. I wasn't gonna say.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house.
You could send someone?
I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Mainly because as a kid they can't.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Well, you have to, if it's one of the mad people, we have to find them anyway. Paimon, you on babysitting duty. You look after them when we find them.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Why is this our only option? Why is Nerle abandoned the kid? Just like his father.
All right.
Go get milk and never come
But
back.
first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Who's Candace? You can ask this person you guys have never met. Oh fuck yeah, we got mail. I wonder who it's from. Fuck yeah, I got a kebab. Let me just... I'll just get free food. Could you imagine that happening in real life? You get a letter, a fucking
No time to lose.
package, and there's just a kebab in it. Someone just sends you a kebab and some fruit. Imagine how disgusting that kebab would be. I'm in the desert. I don't know where they were. I thought you had to move a long way to get to me. Their kebab is not fresh. That's why we're going to give it to Paimon to eat. See, if we poison her with the rotten food, we don't have to deal with her. We just leave her somewhere sick. Never return. Just be like, yeah, I'll get your medicine. Like, go to a different town over. Live my life in
Rhino is
Inazuma.
super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Why are you asking me? I don't have met any.
Ah, you're back already.
Oh, sir.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
What's with that name?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
So yes, you know about him.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back.
Wasn't it a fucking sandstorm? So he was outside in a sandstorm eavesdropping.
Isak's
those
parents were both
creatures-
Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather.
That makes sense why he cares.
Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive.
Good for him.
Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man.
That poor man. To try and go by a day being crazy and a small boy staring at you from like a bus.
However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him.
And now he's looking for him.
One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance.
For the first time ever.
So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep.
Oh, nice bloke.
The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression.
Well, he's no longer a crazy old man.
It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed
Disappointing.
he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking.
Oh. Boy, you know what they say? Punch a sleepwalker right in their face. Knock them the fuck out.
Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
I can see why you got attached.
All this somehow just makes
You're like a
Paimon
puppy.
feel really
A
sad.
little lost puppy.
It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives.
Why are we just staring at his face? You have a chiseled jawline, but why are we staring at his face?
It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Good for you. Now back to me. What's this? Just stare at everyone's face. The next one's gonna be Paimon. Close. Just all three of us.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
So, are you saying that because we said the thing about, you know, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
And he's
No,
gonna say
nothing.
nothing. There we go.
As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
He can be a ranged weapon, like Paimon.
Perhaps you are more
like I'm
compassionate
fine
than I
for
give
her.
you credit for.
And the kid.
Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
There's a lot of walking in buildings in the desert. Like normally, like you just walk up to someone outside, no matter what the weather is, talk to them. Surprised the traveler haven't gotten sick how often, like, you stayed in the rain. What's the, like, triangle supposed to be? Just got a triangle and then, like, a circle in the middle of it. Which I don't know what that's supposed to represent. Unless it's supposed to just be the sun. Because there's, like, rays around it. Oh, fuck. Sorry about yawning. I'm just constantly tired. You know what would be good with a desert level? Desserts. Mainly something cold. More talking? It looks like we're gonna talk. Maybe.
Hey, Isak!
Hey, yeah, it's the kid.
Oh, it's you guys.
Yes, it's us.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
It's us, the odd trio.
Really? Wow, thank you so much.
Take my hand, boy.
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Let's do it. We did it. We completed a thing. Apparently. We did. We completed something. This is cool. I like this little like candle holder thing.
Yeah.
But there. I'm glad I have this line. See what I mean? There's like we walk up to someone and be like, "Oi, about this."
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think.
I'm going
I was
guessing
eating dinner
no.
the other day. I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Why didn't you stop him?
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Nope.
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Yeah, you better walk away. Well, let's see if we can learn anything more about the tree roots and mushrooms. Ah, itchy face. What a catastrophe this is. You better run.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Because he
Don't
is.
change the subject.
You're scaring her. Doesn't help that you're an expeditionist and so everything.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Are they only out at night? What are they, rats?
But honestly,
Should we put some food
I
out
feel
for them?
quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Oh. How?
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
No, I don't know.
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right?
the one way to break his dreams. You mean that guy which looks like the dead guy, right?
He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground.
Do all fucking crazy people know magic?
It still feels pretty surreal
Danger
now that I think
magic?
back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that?
Nah, you learn that when you're crazy. It's called crazy chi, crazy foo.
Well, whatever the
You
case,
can only use it if you
I'll
lose your mind.
always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Is that just Kusanali taking over them? Like Lesser Lord Kusanali just possessing them and, you know, calming them down, but also just like controlling them and then like teaching Isa?
Gotcha. Thank you.
Fuck yeah. Free rocks. What are these things that I'm just like messing with? They look like graves. Hang on. Child, your feet aren't that big. Oh no, because he fucking drags it back. Hang on, wait. Yeah, he drags it back, making it bigger. Alright. I'm gonna mug this person. Ah, it's fruit. Vegetable even. Two different things. Who do we talk to? Catch me. You didn't catch me. Son of a bitch. Hello, sir.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
That's all crazy people here.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them.
Well, of course, they're insane.
And
They lost
speaking
their
of my
mind.
wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Was this the generic couple which is failing? You don't make enough more, you spend it all on beer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Well, he's none of the crazy people here, so probably.
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
And your wife protests.
I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy!
Yes, unlike somebody I know. I'm not gonna point fingers or name names. Just I know someone which normally floats and pretty much a prick to everyone. Everyone. Fucking Two-Face.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now.
Okay.
Isak, stay here.
I wasn't even going to say
Let's head
something.
over
It's
there.
like, shut up.
Stay quiet as you move.
We did it! We walked around the village. We completed another thing. Or did another thing. Or... Something happened. Got to another point of interest.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
It's a load of shit.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods.
What? This? At least like a few. You can still believe the others, but like... How worship death for it?
Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
You guys go out with a punch on?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever.
How? How does that mean he's coming back?
Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret.
Your god makes people insane. What is your god, Cthulhu? You know, the entity where if you stare at him, you literally go insane?
Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
I don't think so.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
No, you're gonna die.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
What pricks?
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Hey, look, he's a cop.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
The building.
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Oh, good. We're threatening people now. Man after my own heart.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
I'd like to see that.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
You guys could take him out. I haven't seen him.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Who said this? Who are taking the mad people? You do that a lot. You need to find another way to vent.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life.
They're giving you more people for work, technically.
Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return.
God.
Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Other land side of the wall. Are you talking about like Leeway / Mondstadt or like just Sumeru? Because the other gods will fuck him up if you ever
Is
get around.
that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it.
We just beat these guys up.
At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumor said.
You know they could be kidnapped.
Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
Got it. We need to burn this village down. Burn the heretics.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Yeah, no shit, because one was their god, and one isn't. It's like Wastomi Island, where they all care about the serpent, and not the Electro Archon, you piece of shit.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
Getting to the bottom of
I
this.
haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Got it.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
Why would they be? They seem like normal civilians.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
And that is...
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages.
Oh god. It's gonna kill them.
So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Ah, yes. Exile just to threaten people, I see.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
We just did a loop around the village, I just realized.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Everything scares you. Your own reflection scares you.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
I heard that.
You. Heard what? We're not talking to say about you.
It's part of being a Matra.
The thing you
The
no longer
rumor we
is.
heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Where are we going? Stabville?
I'm here.
No shit, Sherlock. I can tell by the LED signs.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Good. We was hoping you would do that. Oh, so is it that one? Oh. It's one of those. Not too quick.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone.
Wait, still talk. There we
Sometimes
go.
he stares at the sky in a
About the
daze,
same
and
height.
other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers.
Your grandpa
Every
sounds
now and
very
then,
sane.
He yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Does your real grandpa scream at the top of his lungs and scare the shit out of people? This is a cave. Is this still part of the village? Sorry, this village is massive. If not, this guy lives very far away. Grandpa's a hermit.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
It's beautiful.
There sure isn't much here.
What do you mean? You have a yellow tree, cacti?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
I hope so.
Are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
Traveler collapses.
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
Yes.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
Thanks for explaining that. Yeah, Traveler passed out. You know, it's a sense you can't smell, but this guy will collapse. Guy interacting.
So, you know Tainari?
Yes. You know him?
You know him too? Are you two friends?
Enemies?
Yes.
Oh. Surprising.
Now that I concentrate,
Surprising you have friends.
I can also make out the scent of incense.
How about you smell?
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
He lectures everyone. What the fuck you doing?
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
Nope.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Up there he goes. Walking around like he's a human. Where have I? Ah, yes. I have the scent. It's a mushroom. Well, not much room for improvement. Guessing above. I see you doing good things over there. Wait. Footprints. You sure these aren't made by, you know, somebody literally just walking? Do these even... No. Oh, I guess we had to wait for him to do that. I'm assuming. As long as he doesn't hurry.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Your dignity? You won't find it.
Here it is.
You found it? Surprising.
Take a look right here.
Oh, what you got?
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Paimon, get glasses already. God.
Although the traces have
Info.
been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village.
No shit, Sherlock is literally over there.
The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
Will it go that
But who
way?
would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
That's depressing.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
I think if it's a fun memory, probably.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
She's not wrong.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge.
Ah, yes. Crazy people talk. Got
Even
it.
deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
I never heard of, like, aside from this game, anyone which is, like, smart or stuff use, like, incense.
No, Grandpa.
Oof.
So someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
For a sacrifice.
Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
Yes, no shit.
It's highly likely.
Let's go then.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Well, he's insane, so I'm guessing he got a bit of knowledge, so that's not true, but you know what? You don't need to know
We
that.
better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Exactly what this creature said.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Good. We go. Back to the village. You know, at this point, it would just be better just to get a bike for the traveler. Just, you know, a way to travel quickly, since he does like a lot of walking back and forth, and about the same build as this character. So he's like a medium speed. So like, just give us a fucking bike. Just a Pokemon bike. Give us a bit more speed. Oh, it's there. I thought it was up. It's like, do I have to climb? Nope.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better.
They
That'd
didn't.
be...
We're back, Candace.
I skipped a
We've
bit.
got a lot to tell you.
This probably wasn't anything interesting.
Ah, welcome back.
Thanks.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Well, not exactly, but
Oh, Dia's here too.
you just noticed.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
She was in the room with us when everyone was accurate.
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
Nope.
We haven't seen him at all.
We presume he's dead.
Huh. I saw him around the
Listen.
village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
What the hell is this? Like a bird, but like with a body of a like beetle? I can guess it's supposed to be a bird.
Did you find out anything useful?
No, not at all.
I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
Yeah, pretty much it. Pretty much all we know. Probably these two. Look at them talk.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it.
The guy probably heard of it. Look at him. He's suspicious.
Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort.
Is it though? Isn't it like... Well, I guess it's also like herbs and smells with like on a wooden stick, so probably yeah.
It seems someone from
Just
beyond the
that
wall
tech.
must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
How about no? How about we look at that guy spying on us?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip.
Hooray!
Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
Say the villagers rank at the tavern. Well, I'm a raging alcoholic, so I know a thing or two about it.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
How the fuck do you remember that?
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
Okay. Weird names. I
These
agree.
guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia.
The guy's spying on us about Snap. Then we're gonna put him down, because everyone can attack. Hey!
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
So you know someone is watching.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Yeah, I feel like that's just you slacking off. Not gonna lie, I think you
Let's
just
head
won't
out.
get drunk.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
You got caught off track about that? Just
Our
like, what the
village
fuck?
is
What?
not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out.
Yeah, about you threatening people.
The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here.
He doesn't look like an outsider, I'll give him that. He fits in with the Anubis theme.
Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
Yeah, but you also have brute strength. Could beat the shit out of that thing. Please
I
do.
need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
That's a good puppy.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Sucker.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
I feel like she did that because she knew that guy was watching. She look at her, look at him. She knows something up. She knows we about be like stabbed 32 times in the back. I want these. Give me the fruit. Seeds, whatever. What does that classify as? Where does it want me to go? Here. I forgot about the Dendrocore cube. God, that thing existed. I think that's like one of the bosses I haven't fought. Besides the new ones. The other part of the desert is out. I think. Which means new bosses. Speaking of which, when is the lantern right? We did it. We there.
Well, here we are again.
Yep.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
Well, it is, so
I
shut
know
the
what
fuck
you
up.
mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid.
That isn't that big, to be honest. There's bigger natural
Also,
walls.
why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
It's to block the rain, so it's place comes
It
a
was
desert.
only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a
keep out the
more
people.
important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us
Mighty.
desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim.
That makes sense.
We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
I feel like you guys are harder to control at this point.
Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
They don't care. This is a political thing. They don't give a fuck.
Terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
I think that's impossible.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
You at least have a good paying job, don't ruin
No,
it.
not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all.
Well, stop thinking.
Besides, we're here
Search
to
your
procure
head.
information, aren't we?
Yes, let beat the shit out of someone. I
Gotta
mean,
catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for.
got it.
Our
So
mission
don't beat
started
up
the moment
people.
we
I mean,
arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
oh good. You probably know a lot of people with how often you go drinking. You even have more on you. I'm not paying for your drinks. There we go. This the tavern? It's a lovely looking tavern.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
Oh good.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Well, there's someone she knows.
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Yeah, you could say that. Oh, I actually have to do something.
Hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
Got it. Understood. Nothing
We've
unusual.
had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways.
Got it. 2 alcoholics.
Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Yeah, no shit. Especially don't go to Inazuma. Everyone will stab you.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Got it. 3
Of
people.
course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
Got it.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
We're going with that.
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Of course he's making our time spent and meets. They fucking put it on alcohol.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Finally, progress. So when do we get the trade? Oh, fuck, I burned the whole place down. Let's run. It's the whole place catches on fire. Hang on, can I? Just another thing in the corner. Oh, fuck. This looks shady. This doesn't look shady at all. What are you talking about? Doesn't look like we went to Stabville. Land of the McStab. Oh, yes, the leg cam.
Are we there yet?
Famous cam.
Yep, this is the place.
It's a lovely place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
They seem friendly.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Is that foreshadowing for we will be
You're
stabbed?
like lambs to the slaughter.
I knew it. We've been surrounded. Good. I need to test out some characters.
What's this all about, Zaki?
That really makes the scene go well. Just a random tumbleweed.
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there.
Of course.
Not only do I
Spies.
know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
Why does everyone have like a pyramid on them?
So,
They have a
you've been
pyramid
watching us
belt
from the very beginning?
with a lock. Why do you need to lock your belt?
Oh, Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
It wasn't that bad.
And
He
you left the
confirmed it.
strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you
Strongest
think you
one in the
are?
village?
You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
Yes, we would.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
By the way, the strong one in the village is me.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
Can we fight yet?
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar.
Oh, there he
And
is.
Enger, you're here too, huh?
When do we beat these two up?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Fuck, can we stop saying his name? It sounds like Death Threat. Fucking King Death Threat.
Dia.
Doesn't sound like
I
a
thought
great
that
guy.
you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Can we fight already?
Yeah.
Why are we just
Gee,
talking?
What a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
Like, there's a lot of talking when this is like, oh, it could just be an action scene.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
Fuck you.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Oh, we know you're friends, we don't pay.
Enough talking! Get him!
Finally! Action! Blood!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Slaughter. I was about to say, where the fuck are they?
Our bond is strong.
Don't you fucking back up for me. You wanna fight, don't you fucking run. The lag. It's a fucking storms, there's a fucking affecting my net. Guys are doing quite well for the person who may have the upper hand. Oh, these guys are actually fighting, what the hell? I didn't think they would. Ah, interesting. Fly away.
Freeze!
That was easy. Oh good, that sounded hard.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all.
She lied.
And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action.
Oh, true.
Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Can we kick him in the face when he's on the ground? It seemed like a good time.
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
No shit, Sherlock.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Kick him, kick him. Did you censor him being kicked?
Okay.
Ah,
that should
fuck,
be all of them.
disappointing. Can we just kick them when they're down?
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
She's smarter than you think, Paimon. Just because you're dumb doesn't mean everyone else is.
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, good. So you were watching us too.
But instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Why do I always pull out my hand like that?
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
It was something ducktail.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves.
Oh, so they mean absolutely nothing. Fuck you.
Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
Ah yes, I knew this was bullshit.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
Wait, he is?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
That makes total sense.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for you.
Yeah, let's go back to the
You're
village.
too kind. It was straight from the
Scary
usual
night.
playbook, if I'm honest.
Do you guys have a book about how to beat you pull up?
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
Yeah, what are you talking about,
About
Pam?
how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
I don't think she gives a fuck.
Does that bother you?
No.
What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
Probably.
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Probably
I've
because
heard
they
a
keep
lot
you
of nice
employed.
things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude.
I forgot your fucking person would surprise you as a good-loving person.
Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
I didn't think the academia would have done that, but knowing them, probably.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
You're a good person, unlike somebody I know. I'm not gonna point
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
So, you can probably carry more humans than me, though. But be honest. Without weapon types, you're gonna have more muscle. There's 3 of us and 3 of them. Paimon will at least have to carry a human. If Chi-Chi can carry someone, then like... I think Paimon can. Chi-Chi carried, what's his face up to like Boo Boo Pharmacy when he passed out. From the fucking recent trailer.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Please don't.
Candace will be okay on her own.
Good.
I trust her, so you can too.
Yeah,
She's been
no,
guarding
makes
Aru
sense.
Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
She seems like she's the only guard of Aru Village.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
So.
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
I hope not. Get the information now and beat the shit out of them today. Okay, so next day, blah blah blah. Let's do some shit. Let break up the story of actually exploring the fucking village and shit. Speaking of which, where did the new boat run off? Cool. Second time's the charm. Is it down? Up? Fuck no, over there. Well, I'm doing great. This is a great speed challenge. Record time, I reckon. Everyone knows the speed runner technique is to fall off the cliff, ruin your time, and have to probably restart. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. So well spaced out. It's like they wasn't meant for you to fail like terribly and have to climb up a fucking wall. Nope, apparently they did want you to fucking fall off the wall. I did it.
Quite the find.
It's only lost me jumping off a cliff. Wow, this is gonna go great. Is it only me which don't like desert maps? They can't just like all look the same and feel empty. Like I don't see like anything appealing about like, oh, the desert map. You know, the desert one. With the sand and the rocks. Unlike the other desert map which have the sand and the rocks. They're probably for someone. Someone's like, oh, I love desert maps, but you know, it's not me. It never will be. Where was that little fucking glowy blue guy at? Was I seeing him? Am I going mad? There. Okay, dog. Was it? Where? God, how do I lose things so easily? There you are. I'm grabbing this. Glad the cactus doesn't hurt me. It's not realistic, because if I start climbing a cactus, that shit's gonna hurt. Like that. I'm gonna have like fucking thorns in my hands. Now if I was a there. Don't you fucking run from me, boy. Yeah, you better walk away. Float away. Nice potted cactus. There's definitely none around. It's a good looking tree. I guess they don't have much they could do for, you know, aesthetic in the desert. You know, maybe put some rocks and some sand around. I'm surprised there's grass.
Fascinating.
So is that... let's go for time. Is that or is that the next one? Over. Nope, that was just that. Cool. What the fuck? Yes, yes you are. Ah yeah, let's just climb the wall. This is a multi-level village. It's not really like... Anyway, it's like multi-leveled, but there's like never been really like other multi-leveled areas aside from Leeway. I keep thinking it's up. I don't know why. Probably because I just want to be high. Oh, good. I see the door textures has improved. Ah, yes. See, they spent hours on getting these doors perfect.
Right on time.
How does that make it better? Yes, just show me and I'll do.
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
She did live here, so
We've
yeah.
known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
That's how normal people use their powers.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Wish they'll take their fight outside on your face.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility.
A lot of knights do that.
Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Yeah, I can tell. A lot of people want you dead.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. It's gonna cost you. Gonna cost you getting this guy on my face.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
He's right on time.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
Especially, you know, it's just standing.
By doing what?
Was here yesterday. It's just standing here.
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Got it. Beating up people.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Nope, he beat the seal people.
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
We would, but the door's not textured.
Come on.
I don't think we can touch it. It will affect us. This is a lovely wall. See why they left us onto the wall. Come on inside, guys. Have to physically enter the building. Why did my computer fan get louder as I go into a loading screen? Oh god, the graphics of this loading screen is killing my computer. I can hear it overheating.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
She's pissed.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Your voice and your face.
There's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure.
I don't think that would work.
Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do to these guys?
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
Yes, quite well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling.
Isn't that how everyone, like, in a radical organizing act? They would kill someone but not risk their own life, which is the opposite of battle.
The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal.
Are you the...
Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Are you the daughter of the chief? You have some nice eyes.
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
Kick him.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one.
So some people.
The people of Aru village care little about
Especially
which
if you
god
Putin.
is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
Can you talk with opening your mouth? It's a good trick, but it's like, honestly, you guys need to open your mouth.
We understand. We're sorry.
I don't think you really do. I think you guys just scared.
I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
No.
I'm listening.
She's really not. She's gonna know everything. She's
You
gonna
might
hit
not
you.
believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection.
I don't believe them. Let's beat them up again.
Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
What did this man look like?
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
He's gonna be beaten by a guy who takes his shirt off. If he had one.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
I don't know what that means, but I won't punch you.
I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
One.
Strike.
Yep.
You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Oh, good. Someone's finally taking action.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
Oh yeah, because he knows people are lying.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Is that not free? Fuck.
Please, I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
You can tell by the piss running down your leg. I don't believe them. Let's beat them up.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Oh, good.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. He,
So?
That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I think this is the doctor.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Do you? Do you really?
Uncle Anpu.
Oh, you are.
What do you mean?
Maybe. I don't know. He might be related to the chief. Oh god, he's walking forward. This was censored.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
No, shit. We guessed that a while ago.
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community.
And now they're gone.
It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Yeah, no, that makes
Which
sense.
means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands.
They greasy, greasy hands.
They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Let burn down the academia.
Not the academia again.
I'm glad you betrayed. Now you can talk shit about them.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
Sacrifices, guinea pigs, they smart people.
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
Yeah.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
And he's asking about him quite daily.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Hooray.
Yes. pack up and get ready to leave.
Can I carry one of them with me? I need more throwing weapons.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Leave everything to the outside of.
Once everyone's ready.
I did it. We got books. Do I actually have to leave? There was a 1. Do I leave and come back in, or what's happening? Ugh. You know, let me get ready then, I guess. Mentally, physically, and it's gonna be a cutscene once we leave. Or leave now, I have to literally go in and out. Ugh. Fuck. Fuck, I'm tired. Ugh. Oh. Don't really have any topics we can talk about. I need fucking start pairing questions for like the loan screens or some crap. Cause there's quite a lot. Don't really have much to say aside like, hey look at the loan screen, look at it. Well, this looks like a cutscene. As you can tell by the amazing graphics they put here. God, the graphics of just image is just amazing. Just mwah. Hello, game. Hello. There we go. Oh, good, he's back.
Let's get some food in us, and then we'll woo.
And then we whoa. Never heard of that.
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
Great, Susie's dropping.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
I don't think I want to know that.
Hey, what's with the silence?
Let's take his book.
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
She doesn't think things through in general, not just when she's asking questions.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! Never mind. Paimon's got nothing.
Oh, disappointing.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Yeah, no, because he doesn't do shit.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Nah, we actually plan to stay at the course.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Nice spurs, sir.
Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
If he said the exact
All
same
hate
thing.
them. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk.
And mostly abs.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
And that was?
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
Yeah, it's
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
Should we just break one of his knees so he talks?
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
And that is?
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
I think you lied.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
How do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing? In other words, Do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
No.
You mean
Some are crazy.
lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons.
I wouldn't trust an outsider too, so that
Remember
makes
what
sense.
Gandis said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them.
Yeah, their life here wouldn't change.
By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So, who did you beat up?
Glad you're following along.
So, who did you beat up?
Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived.
Okay.
The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
It's because we outsided. It's racist, isn't it?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
That was.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated
Stalking
by
us.
Sino's authority and strength.
So you went to talk to him?
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
Makes sense.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on
Out
at
of
night.
fear.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
It's my collapse if you don't kill
After
the
speaking
answers,
to the village
mind
chief,
person.
it became clear that the
Memorable.
village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
Because we outsiders, I wouldn't trust this thing. Look at it, it's ugly.
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one.
Well,
You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
I'm not much better.
We're on it.
I'm a terrifying person. I'm a psychopath. Well, time to get my butcher's knife out. Let me in!
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Think what? Don't know what to think.
What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Oh god, it's floating! What? I'm guessing there's supposed to be a rock there which haven't loaded in.
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want.
So,
Go
can
on.
she at least come out of the
Earn
door?
her trust.
Is it really that simple?
Break down the door.
May I call you Traveler?
No, I have a name.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something.
I still have a name.
Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No,
Why's that?
because I don't give a fuck about
That's
you.
very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this.
Well, you hiding behind a wall,
Traveler,
so you still
do you
don't have
believe
to.
our lives will get better?
Never. That one.
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation.
At all. We don't belong here.
But
Especially
even
that thing.
so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in.
I don't even know what the fuck this is. I don't even know if I'm human.
and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
We have friends here. We have a lot of people who want us dead.
I want to trust you.
Finally, she came outside the
for
door.
posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Hatham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
We don't understand, and I'm gonna punch in the
The fact
face.
is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru.
Well, you fit into like half
Some believe in
of
the
it.
Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Well then, leave country. I don't know.
Speaking of which, the
Good
radicals
leeway.
mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yes, that's the whole ideal.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives.
Because you belong to no side.
Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace.
You sound like you're not doing that though, with how you're acting.
And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You're not really breathing much words about
You
it.
can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
I won't.
Alright. I'll tell you what I told Al-Haytham.
I'm glad someone finally says he, because Paimon says she.
I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
So those aren't just the kids that don't want to go to bed?
There are ghosts?
Speaking of ghosts, what's a Banshee's favorite food?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion.
The answer to the question is ice cream. Ice cream. There we go.
It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
It's because I'm a curse.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But
Oh god!
because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Makes sense, you know, there's a lot of creatures out here.
There's
Especially at
really
night.
nothing around these parts,
A lot more creatures
except
travel
for
at night.
an old hospital not far from the village.
Like Gerda.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, because there's no treatment for Elazar. Just medicine.
Let's go!
Do it. I'm good with some creepy ghost hospitals. It's just this way. How many feet? Okay, that's not that far. We can make it there. I'm guessing it's not gonna look like a hospital, because, you know, medieval times and shit.
What's the hurry?
No, so the desert buildings aren't similar to, like, any buildings I recognize. Because the architectural style. Look at that guy. I bet he used to be a doctor. That lag, so I didn't think I actually hit. I've been here before. Yes, this place looks, friendly.
Is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Paimon, that's because it's a desert.
Monsters! Watch out!
Don't call me a monster, God.
No time to lose. Tidal wave. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Ah, that's a good angle for his ass. Sometimes the pausing is, gives us some good angles. Alright, big guy, huh? What are you pulling out, huh? Fire guy? Yep. Don't you shoot me. Why am I using blades on you? You guys are hilly trolls. You guys aren't even worth the time of using my E. What? Oh, you might be.
Power core.
You might be a problem. I'm just not mate. You're just a big fuck.
Don't get frostbite.
How does Electro do any damage to you? Oh,
Our bond is strong.
quite a bit. What is the... what's weak to... what's strong against Geo? Aside, you know, just bashing them with a greatsword.
Yeah, shouldn't let your guard down.
What is this thing? Silent Hill Trolls like people, it's turned. What happened to this one to get to this point? Is that moss just bone or is that rock?
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
I could have thing just unlocked.
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that.
You have an active imagination and you need to stop. Yes?
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Oh wait, you are Dendro, I just realized. You're gonna activate
This is the
it.
one.
Is it? How you saw? Yep, there we go. You did it! You activated a thing by pointing. How dare you? Point. Don't you
Let's go in and take a look.
Yay! Haunted hospital. Oh, this is a room.
We haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
No, we are definitely wasting our time.
Patience. Shawnee
Ooh,
says she only
explosives.
hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then. I'm taking a break.
Good.
And just like that, he sits down.
You want a back massage?
You even brought a book to read?
We have explosive. I can massage
What
you
are you
that.
reading? Let Paimon see.
Read it to Paimon out loud so I can abandon her.
Okay, sure.
Gonna be in the middle of it. You're not gonna know what happens.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion, in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
What the fuck are you reading?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
What are you reading? A fucking like workbook?
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
I was like, so you got that? I like that part. But what's he reading? Like, is that literally just a fucking what they called? Like a book about like certain information? I don't know the name. A textbook?
Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And
So?
anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
So, the sky's alive and it fears us. Yes, that is the night sky.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Oh, that's some good sound.
What was that sound?
There it is.
Sounds like crying.
It's coming from that direction.
No shit, Sherlock. How do you do it?
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Sounds like a psycho.
It's from below.
Oh, good, let's open it up.
But there's no way we can get down there.
But we can jump.
Something is off about the interior here.
It's a bigger hospital than I thought. Good, I'm glad I don't get explored the haunted hospital. Is that sand wall?
As I thought. there's a hidden structure.
Yes.
Wow.
It's called a basement.
Tucked another hospital into this one.
I was wondering, because that hospital looks small, it was just
Looks like
3
there
rooms.
are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
So, let's just walk into the sand walls. Oh god, not a teleporter, a loading screen. Oh no, my worst fear. How could this have happened? Oh, wasn't I... Can I not walk through the wall? I can't walk through the wall.
Yeah.
So do I have to look for mechanisms? I see grass. That needs a key. That needs a key. Yeah, see, this is like literally 2 rooms. I found a mechanism. You just blow it up. Don't need a key for that pot. Where would I find a random key? It's tomatoes. Can I just put tomato in there? Yeah, like a legit a fucking key. Would that still, like, you know, exist? Interesting. Oh, so... Wait, what the... Oh, there's a hole. I was gonna shoot the dendro thing. I wasn't expecting that to be that cool way. It might actually not be. I could have just fallen in. Like, that's a anvil. You guys normally run, hooray. That definitely wasn't vegetable. I still need anything picking from here. Nice scratches. Someone's counting their days. Well, I'm not supposed to be down here, but like, some good rewards. All I need to do is pass the shit out this thing. There we go. The annoyance works. Ah, yes. The most annoying creature, the ones which just take forever. See, they aren't that bad. Like I was just went off exploring. No. It's just me and him. Fights of our life. Can what's damage it's charging? Quite a bit.
This is gonna hurt.
Hapius Ether. I don't know, but I feel like he'll do more damage against, you know, the G-Abomination standing in front of me. But I don't know, fire is working decently.
Freeze.
Stop that. Get down from there.
Now I just need to get my hands on the rest.
That's 20? What the fuck? I was like expecting 10. There's the other breakable wall. You know what? Let's break it. What do I say? You find a wall, you smash the wall. Find some enemies. Fuck you guys. Don't need fight you. Ah, I need fight that though. Oh, luckily I have a great sword. Ah, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna break your shield. Yeah, you're doing great there. That shield's really helping you. I'm glad that one doesn't regenerate, unlike the ice buggers ones. You bastards with their regenerating shields. Ah, good pause. I'm glad I have Australian net. Definitely isn't the worst net ever. It's better than my last net. Ah, fucking that's for sword. Never going with that provider. Never going with the provider, which literally doesn't give a damn. It's my last one, and they didn't give a fuck.
How fortunate.
We did it. That's quite a bit of just gems. What the fuck's with the scorpions? That's a big wall. Behind a big wall? The fucking hallway. It's just one big sidetrack. It's now night again, apparently. What's happening? Why a random cutscene? Do I just talk to this? I'm in combat, cannot. Well, was in combat, now we just got some roasted scorpions.
Freeze!
What? You know what, let's go back to, let's get back on track. 'Cause God, I went a fucking weird way around. With how that cutscene and stuff, did I just get like a random quest? Let me check my quest log. That it would be a possibility. No, it doesn't look like it. Possible that way, but there's a heliotrope camp with some loot. Why have I never fucking fought you guys? You guys are helitrolls, you easy prey. Didn't see those too. Ah, wrong character. Some good damage. Some good damage for a character which I have not built for damage. Get back up. Sir, I'm trying to beat up your friends. You piss off. No, wait. I have to act this up a bit. Cool. Stop that. No flaming axes, sir. This is wouldn't that be boiling holding that weapon? This is literally a desert. And not the greatest place to be holding a fire in the day. Especially since it's your weapon.
Now I just need to get my hands on the rest.
Ooh, perfect. More level up stuff. I need to do more of the, like, ley lines. I got all my stuff from chest and I'm running low. Because all I do is literally just run around looting. Okay, now let's go back on track. You know, like a normal person. Now, where was that? Here we go. Let's see if that what he wants me to do. If he wants me just to start shooting these.
I'll lead the way.
So if not, they can just give loot. Oh no, it is. Tainari away! Oh good, enemies. You're gonna swap off Tainari because he have literally like a 1-star bow which he starts with and no artifacts. As you can tell, my Tainari's is quite built. You know, got the best slot weapon. Best in slot artifacts. He's definitely not really low in health, and I should probably not heal him. Because why would I? Okay, where's the last one? There's the last one. Let's go over there. With Kaya. Ooh.
Freeze!
Bunch of fucking gear guys. Well, you remind me of one of those, like, of a Pokemon. What's that guy? don't remember his name, but it's like, you have a little hat like that and like green, like beast-like legs.
Power chord.
It's going great. We'll just actually, you know, mix elements. Because it does more damage. Oh, I have flame resistance. Oh, there's more.
Oh, so sorry.
Ah, yes. I see.
Stand with me. Lightning purified.
Let me just actually play with multiple characters for once. It's a rare fucking thing.
Power chord.
Get over here. Maybe I sort of just used the Dendro card I have like geared like, you know, Traveler.
One with the forest.
Swap off him before he dies. Where's Child? There's Child.
Keep your eyes wide open.
No, you can't make me. Well, jumping on the hutch. Luckily, the noises have stopped. These. One was redacted, I can tell you that much. I don't give a damn about this stuff. Okay, the multiple glowies is like stuff of interest.
Look, there's someone over there.
Let punched him.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Let's sprint at him at full speed. Got it. I see what they mean by slowly.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
You're...
You? A zombie by the sounds of it.
Can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather.
Yeah.
Also, why is he the only one here?
Don't question
Didn't
him.
expect to see him here.
Do you know him?
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No.
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
Oh.
Leaving that question aside for the moment.
He's normal.
Him being here alone means that we might be too late.
Disappointing.
Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
Or maybe he's just insane. They don't want the same one.
There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Like people? That could make
Loaded
sense.
with people?
Yes, that's what I've just said. Paimon, we on the same script line.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their
No
haste,
shit.
they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner.
How?
The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
The crystal?
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Yeah. Gonna be the guy with the crystal, isn't it? The bit of information. Yep. That.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Yeah, at least this guy's not beating the seal people.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this.
Good to know.
It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
Are they listening to you with that?
First, the academia
Your
spread a
earpiece?
false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, Through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia.
So yeah,
As
that
well
was
as
true.
being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia.
All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers.
And not the
Life for
academia,
the
that's
desert dwellers
smart.
has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago.
Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread.
No shit, Sherlock, they have a tough life.
Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises.
Not wrong.
Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Yes, because everyone's desperate and wants fucking
That
change.
makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too.
Is it? I don't know.
There's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Don't question
Throughout
it.
this process, one thing has changed. The scholar's identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An
Yeah, that
exile
makes
is
sense.
still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question.
Were they alive?
If
Yeah.
you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
For experiment?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Ugh. We milking their brains.
You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
No. Well, how
With
did
the
you not figure
technology
that
of
out?
the Sumeru academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
That makes sense.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
Paimon, think about it. Think about it very closely.
I'm the academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects.
Well, explain some.
Anyway, judging
Spit
by
them out.
Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process.
Yeah, he's living.
Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he
Hyman's a little confused.
Skip some
Can
buttons.
they just use anyone's brain?
Well, they would have to be smart. They wouldn't use yours. Starry-eyed fuck. Don't
the
care about
look on
you.
your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Have I? Jesus, that's a big look.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to.
How's that scholarly? Isn't that more religiously?
However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
Well, knowledge of the end.
The academia
Fair
is going out of
Death.
their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite
Make a
some
god.
time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
Yes, because you actually have morals.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
I don't think he gives a damn.
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry.
See, he's a scholar. He doesn't give a damn
Extracting
about God.
information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
He is. He's a man of science.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules.
What they rules?
Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything
have
has
rules.
its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed.
don't think they'll be
This
destroyed.
matter needs to be corrected. Just like fixing a typo in a book.
You really like books.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Nope.
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that.
He just wants to help.
There is no shortage of suffering in
he
Sumeru,
can.
and the same can be said for the rest of Tevat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Knowing Traveler, yes.
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
We noticed.
The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Makes sense. We are pretty much strangers, so you stop thinking. You can actually talk, use your voice lines.
There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
Thanks, Paimon.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out.
Yes, you know one out on everything. You're literally a buff researcher.
Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Spend more time at the gym than you do researching.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
Don't remember who that
I'm
is.
just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
I forgot about him.
He
What
won't
do we
last
do?
long if
Kick
we
him?
leave him here.
Feed him up?
Let's take him with us.
Feed him to the wolves? Oh,
We'll work
take
out
him
our
for-
next step after we return to Aru Village.
So. I want to explore more. There's not much to explore. It's just going to give me information. Most of these just so I can randomly have items in it. There's still the thing which is locked by a key. No, in this place there's like a fucking keychain I missed. Yeah, so that's up. Oh, this area was barely anything to begin with. Nerds. Alright, back up we go. To the village. Village of, let's just fucking teleport there. It's a lovely village. I think it's day. I think we spent all night in that hospital. It's a big ass door. Like, why does a door to that building need to be that big? It's like a barn door on a house. Fuck. Sorry about that.
We're back!
Oh, isn't this an odd place to walk into?
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
So there's a desert.
What's the situation?
We brought a random stranger with us.
Who's this?
I'm glad someone noticed.
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
We did it. We found a man.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, looks like it.
Pretty much!
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now.
No shit, Shulk. They probably have multiple
Yet,
abandoned sites.
They fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail.
What
Why
are
is
just
that?
worried about outsiders?
Yeah, why is that?
Don't repeat him.
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
It's him. Just fucking
Are
spectacle.
our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Which is?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
It's because he sticks out.
Choose your next words very carefully.
He's gonna skin you alive.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So there might be something they could be listening into.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole.
It's one weird looking mole.
Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
In that way?
What are you trying to say?
That you creepy?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details.
So you mean what?
Simply put,
That what we put in?
the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions
Why
against
is this
you?
one blurred but C's not? Because they want us to focus on her but C's closer to the cam.
If you want to raise
Why
a
was that
vicious
a thing?
wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
Headphones are fucking up.
It's not that
It's
simple.
a static scream.
The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you.
They carry your old dog on a collar.
Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha
shit.
day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
Oh, you're just being
You're
stalked.
saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too?
Yeah.
But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
Apparently it's important enough for you to be
The
stalked.
Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
Why is this like whole area just law building? Struggling to keep up.
It predicted my every move.
No shit, Shark. That
The
would be insane.
academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side.
Oh.
Tenacity
job.
of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
Just proves how much the academia hates you.
They escaped because of me.
Yep.
Don't blame yourself.
No, keep blaming yourself. It's definitely your fault. We all knew about it.
I have an idea.
And that is, you're gonna fix my frames?
If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
And that is?
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
You fucking got a strategy
There is
quick.
always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is. Paimon gets it now.
Do you? Explain it.
Academia is trying to avoid Sino. Then the safest place would be... Yep, that's right.
What?
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Got it, so just stay away from him. See, I have a strategy.
I must go.
Bye.
There's also something I want to investigate.
No one noticed someone missing?
Wait! I want to go too!
No.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
He won't.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Your life is causing me trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Fuck.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you.
Of course, that's all you care
Paimon
about.
feels like we're missing someone, though.
No, everyone's here. What are you talking about? No one walked out. We didn't just get a view of someone's like mouth as they left. God, this chair's squeaking a lot. Say so. Oh, my arm. I went to stretch and my elbow started hurting. Very good. Fuck. Sure, better. Has it only been loading screens I've been yawning at? Because that's what I feel like. I might be fucking wrong. But I have just noticed that, like, loading screens, I'm just gonna yawn. We're almost there. Just like, literally an insta. There we go. Where are we going? Oh, that's not too far. Just hop, skip, and a punch.
No time to lose.
I'm glad these fences are loaded in. Because there's not much texture. Just
get
enough
used
to
to this.
struggle with. Hi, random thing. Wait. Fuck, no. Darkness.
So, where do we go from here?
The whole crew is here.
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
So, straight towards the desert. Jesus, you're actually there.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Have you noticed as I turned around, he turned and looked at me? It's like, what the fuck you doing?
One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Good. Glad. A happy story.
No time
Great
to lose.
ending. Just fucking keep a good eye on your grandpa. He seems to be getting lost a lot. When he looks back, he's have to actually escort me. My. Are you alright there? That's a weird fucking turn. Don't judge me. I'm not foraging for items. What are you talking about? Perfect, we're there.
There's something here.
It's a dignity because you won't find
What's
it dead.
this?
It's buried in the sand.
No shit,
Looks
Sherlock.
like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
You do any work?
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
You run?
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
Yep. No, what she said.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset.
This looks like something you slam in someone's head.
Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here.
Where'd
Let's
they go?
split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
So, let's find other headsets. Then we can put them on our heads and headbutt each other.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
Paimon, put it on.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
Good, I'm glad
How
you
did
can
it
just
end
see
up
that.
buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
No shit.
Wait, what?
Paimon has turned online.
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
He's fine.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
We aren't lying at all.
Rizak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
Glad you noticed that.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand,
I mean, they've been
I
buried?
believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
At least these two aren't fighting. I think they've been going for a while. Why is it only you? We need to hold your hand.
Sand is so tiring.
You are floating over sand.
You're flying, aren't you, Paimon?
Thank you,
Is
someone
flying
of
over
reason.
Sand tiring too?
Of course it is.
Of course, he puts all her effort in talking. Got a good pace here. I definitely can't just outpace you.
Voices, over there.
I think you're just hearing things.
It sounds like an argument.
Oh, good.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
The ears on the fucking helmet of yours, your actual ears?
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
Yes.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia?
She's a spy.
You? Dia!
Wait, kid.
Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
It's a kid, yeah.
This complicates things.
Does it?
You've betrayed Aru village?
We'll let her out before we attack her.
This is the great General Mahamatra.
Good laugh.
Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
To resurrect King
I'm not the
Defra?
type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
It's hers.
Shut it, Paimon.
I'm gonna punch you.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
And that is...
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
So you happy with war? Got it.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
They might.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Can we go back to the pyramid? Because what the
Even
fuck
if
is
it'll
with that?
expose you to the academia, even if they end up disbanding the Eremites, your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes.
I don't think that's worth it.
We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia.
I don't think they
The
did.
scholars in our custody will stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the
Scholars.
wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If
Fight.
you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
So, where do we go from
You look
here?
more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say?
She's dead.
Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret.
Maybe because his name. He gave her a lot of
trust the
death
likes of
threats.
you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile.
That's how everyone feels about you. Literally trying to talk to you.
Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage.
Oh.
These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
He is.
So,
he doesn't
you
give a
want to
fuck.
trade places with the hostages, do you?
What the fuck's happening? Oh, fuck.
Precisely.
Why is my stream
Any
stop?
wise person would gladly accept my offer.
He isn't wise.
What if they decide to kill you instead?
Why did... Is
Well,
my
that would be
net
bad
out?
luck for me.
Like, my stream's errored.
However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars. Perhaps even find out the truth.
There it goes back.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
What is the scribe?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
Don't know, because of life. What are the things in your ears? Are those like hearing aids?
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Are we fighting?
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
Are we gonna fight you? Because I'm...
I never make
I'm
empty
alright with
promises.
just decapitating you.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
No, he does not.
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
How romantic. No kiss.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
Are we going to cut it off? Fuck it.
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
We cut off her arm.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you
Doesn't
refuse
really
to
sound that great.
oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
No, not true. Some just use brute
You're not
strength.
wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Is this why you came here in Spelone?
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
He really does. Oh, so shut the fuck up.
That's
Try and
fine.
listen to the conversation.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many
I
people
came
is
to end
still a
lives.
pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
He is.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
So we're gonna stand away.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
So, I'm gonna watch.
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
It is.
Do it.
We getting away now, or him, someone. Where's the popcorn?
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces?
There is quite a lot of sense to it. Get rid of a
You've
problem.
shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Alright, bye. So we're gonna have fucking talk about this also beating to you. It's a nice bus.
Phew. I was
No,
really
afterwards,
counting
yeah.
on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Since you have one less arm.
And I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
I'm glad you see the bright side.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them.
We could
If it came
fight
down
them.
to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from.
We can take them.
Even if we got rid of
I
one
took
bunch
on-
of
I
radicals,
took on a
there
god.
are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
We could just murder them all. Think about that.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should.
It's okay.
So I skipped
promised
somebody,
you I'd help
didn't I?
find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Don't.
Huh?
She's not that
Are you
smart.
serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
I don't think it is. I think they just don't like you.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
He is. Definitely is.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Start with the fight. Oh, cool. It's instantly teleporting me. Hooray. That's definitely what I wanted. Is it gonna like automatically make it to like the night of noon or whatnot? Because if it does, it's literally just being like, oh no, we're just gonna force your hand. Don't go linear on me. Okay, in the village. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. See ya.